So we all have a sexual identity. And it's an integral part of who we are, how we see ourselves, I think beyond the sexual realm. And I think it's particularly important for men because of that association of virility, being a sexual being, a lot of those messages that society gives us. So when there are problems, I think it really can cause a chink in that sense of wholeness. After cancer, there are all kinds of changes. Once again, I think there's a way of reframing this to maintain that integrity of the identity of the self. So, if it does take you way longer, for example, to achieve an erection, is there a way that you can reframe that with a partner to actually enhance the sexual experience? I'm always fascinated by what we call the coital imperative. Two fairly big words, and there's a bit of Latin thrown in there for good measure. But this, penis in vagina thing, how this is the holy grail, and without that, it's somehow less than. The reality is that we are complete beings. We have a body, we have a mind, we have a soul. And particularly for our partners, often taking more time to explore, to find out what's pleasurable, is actually more important than 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes of thrusting. That's the reality. So in order, if you can find a way to really think about what is the problem and how can you turn that negative into a positive, and I think it's possible. We certainly see in men who have hormonal changes based on treatment, who are not the Energizer Bunny, or it takes them way longer to be the Energizer Bunny. So I don't know, maybe they're the Energizer Sloth, or some other sort of slow-moving kind of animal, that it's actually really freeing, that it actually gives them the time and the space to explore their whole body as a sexual experience, just without that focus just on the genitals alone.